Currants just really work. Here they are. This is Rovada red currant, a variety I've been growing for probably about a dozen years. It's in full shade in this spot, and look at the number of flowers it's producing. This bush makes a pretty heavy crop most years. In fact, all the currants do. Sometimes uh, one of my favorite black currants, Menage Smaru, will make a light crop, but almost all of them make some fruit every year, and usually they make a big crop every year. But I just want to emphasize how well these bushes work. This is a cherry red currant. There's a Russian white currant. Just look at all the flowers on these guys. This is the first week of May, and they usually, if they flower, they pretty much always set fruit. Um, but let's take a look around. I have so many varieties of currants because they've been so successful for me, and I really like them. This is Belaruskaja, and that's Menage. But if you look at these bushes, step back here. These bushes are only 4 years old and super productive. I mean, I get pounds and pounds of fruit off of these guys. I have many more bushes up on the hill, a couple hundred actually, and I'm just so fascinated by these powerful genus of ribes. There's gooseberries and the currants, and it's just every single color. There's pink, there's red, there's white, there's green, there's black, there's purple. It's incredible. What a fantastic genus that has been so maligned and misunderstood throughout history. Just to give you an example of how well currants work, I put these blueberry bushes, there's 2 rows of blueberries right here. Actually, there's a third row over there. But I put these blueberry bushes in the same time as the currants, and they're doing fine. They got some flowers. They have some weeds they're dealing with, but so do the currants, and planted at the same time. And I know what a lot of people are thinking, well, I'd much rather eat blueberries. And I always thought the same thing too, until I became so familiar with currants. And now, when I have everything fruiting, oh, here, just quick interruption. This is a gooseberry right here. That's Jean. This is my favorite gooseberry bush right here. This is Captivator, and it is a really good gooseberry. Very large, red gooseberries. They're fantastic flavor. But what I was saying is, I always figured blueberries are like 1,000 times better. Like, I'd rather have blueberries, and I do have, over 100 blueberry bushes that I've been tending for several years, and they're fantastic. But when it's fresh picking and I'm just out here in the garden and there's blueberries up on the hill and there's currants next to them, I find myself gravitating towards the currants even more and just shoving fistfuls of black currants and red currants and white currants and pink currants in my mouth, more than blueberries, which is amazing to me. I've developed like a taste for them, almost like someone who has to learn to drink beer or coffee. It's an acquired taste. And not everybody likes currants fresh, but I definitely do. A lot of people only like them processed into jams and stuff. Look at the heavy bloom on this. This is Jonker Van Tet's. It's a red currant from the Netherlands. And I've never seen it bloom this much. These bushes are pretty young. I think this is only their 3rd year in the ground that I've been planting these. And I will say, I used to just grow berries the way I think most people do, where I would just, dig a hole and plant them in the ground and maybe give it some mulch. But now I've learned, this is a white currant. That's Imperial White. This is a pink currant. I'll have to make another video when they're all fruiting. I wish everybody could taste them. But this is Gloire de Sabans. It's a pink currant. There's a gooseberry, black velvet gooseberry. There's a honeyberry right there, a haskap. There's a whole bunch of haskaps right in here. You can see how big some of them are. And they finished flowering, I don't know, like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and they're setting fruit. I'll show you. There you can see. See there? So yeah, the haskellets, the honeyberries really work. But what I was trying to say about growing berries is I think it has to be more like growing tomatoes or peppers or broccoli. You want to do it in like a garden type setting, really deep, rich soil, heavily fed, and the bushes will produce. The more you give them, the more they're gonna give back. And so I dump tons of compost on the ground. I mulch them really well. I take care of them. I tend them constantly, just the way you would vegetables. And boom, step back, you get things happening really fast. This is a Carmine Gumi plant. I think it's 4 or 5 years old. And look at the flowers on that. This is a clove currant, Ribes odoratum. What an amazing, uh, what an amazing species of currant. It's native to the western prairies, and these flowers, the reason it's called clove currant is because they actually smell like cloves. So I've just been enjoying all the flowers on some of our berry bushes this year. I'm not going to walk around the whole property, but they're scattered everywhere, and I just can't stop adding them.